Nicolas Cage, the king of cult cinema. Early life and family background. Nicolas Cage, born Nicholas Kim Coppola on January 7, 1964, in Long Beach, California, was destined to grow up in the shadow of Hollywood's grandeur. He came from a family steeped in artistic and cinematic traditions. His father, August Coppola, was a literature professor with a love for storytelling, while his mother, Joy Vogelsang, was a choreographer and dancer who introduced young Nicholas to the creative arts. Nicholas was the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola, the legendary director of the Godfather trilogy, and Talia Shire, the actress famous for her roles in Rocky and The Godfather. Growing up in Beverly Hills, Nicholas was surrounded by wealth, fame, and creativity, but he was not content to rely on his family name. He was inspired by acting legends such as James Dean, whose performances in Rebel Without a Cause and East of Eden left a lasting impression. Determined to follow his own path, Nicholas attended Beverly Hills High School, where he began exploring his passion for acting. He later attended UCLA's School of Theater, Film, and Television but soon decided to pursue acting full-time. In a bold move to separate himself from the Coppola legacy, Nicholas adopted the stage name Cage, inspired by the Marvel comic book superhero Luke Cage and avant-garde composer John Cage. This change symbolized his determination to stand on his own and carve a unique identity in Hollywood. The name change marked the beginning of an extraordinary journey, blending his family's artistic heritage with his own eccentric vision. Early career and name change. Nicolas Cage's career began with small roles in television and film, but his path to stardom was far from smooth. His debut in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, 1982, was a minor role, and much of his screen time ended up on the cutting room floor. Undeterred, Cage sought out roles that would allow him to showcase his talent and unique persona. The name change to Cage reflected his desire to forge an identity separate from the Coppola dynasty, but it also represented his creative philosophy. He admired Luke Cage's toughness and individuality, qualities he sought to embody as an actor. His breakout role came in Valley Girl, 1983, where his quirky charm and unconventional looks captured the audience's attention. The film's success established him as a promising young actor in Hollywood. During the mid-1980s, Cage made bold choices, often taking on roles that required intense physical and emotional commitment. In Birdie, 1984, he portrayed a Vietnam War veteran and famously had 2 teeth removed to enhance his authenticity. He continued to gain recognition with performances in films like Peggy Sue Got Married, 1986, directed by his uncle Francis Ford Coppola, and Raising Arizona, 1987, a Coen brothers classic that showcased his comedic timing. Cage's breakthrough came with Moonstruck, 1987, where his portrayal of a passionate and troubled baker opposite Cher earned him critical acclaim. The film was a box office hit, and Cage proved he could balance romantic drama with eccentric intensity. By the end of the 1980s, Nicolas Cage was no longer just a Coppola by blood, he was an actor making waves on his own terms. Stardom and versatility. The 1990s were the golden era for Nicolas Cage, as he transitioned from a rising actor to an A-list star. His dedication to his craft reached new heights with his role in Leaving Las Vegas, 1995, where he played a suicidal alcoholic determined to drink himself to death. The role was emotionally grueling, but Cage's raw and heartfelt performance earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor, solidifying his reputation as one of the finest actors of his generation. Following his Oscar win, Cage pivoted to big-budget action films, becoming an unlikely action hero. Hits like The Rock, 1996, where he starred alongside Sean Connery, and Con Air, 1997, a high-octane thriller, showcased his ability to handle explosive, physically demanding roles. In Face/Off, 1997, his dual performance as both hero and villain opposite John Travolta displayed his range and ability to tackle complex characters. Even as he enjoyed commercial success, Cage continued to take on unique roles in films like City of Angels, 1998, and Adaptation, 2002, where he played twin brothers, earning another Oscar nomination. His willingness to embrace unconventional, even bizarre, characters set him apart in Hollywood. Cage's ability to oscillate between heartfelt dramas, action-packed blockbusters, and eccentric indie films made him one of the most versatile actors of his era. Personal life and challenges. Cage's off-screen life has been as intriguing and unpredictable as his on-screen roles. Over the years, he has been married multiple times, including to actress Patricia Arquette and Elvis Presley's daughter, Lisa Marie Presley. His relationships often made headlines, reflecting his larger-than-life persona. Known for his extravagant tastes, Cage amassed a collection of rare and unusual items, including a dinosaur skull, albino cobras, and even a haunted mansion in New Orleans. At one point, he owned multiple castles around the world. However, his lavish spending habits caught up with him, and he faced severe financial difficulties in the late 2000s. Mounting tax debts forced him to sell much of his prized collection and take on numerous roles in smaller, lower-budget films to recover financially. Despite his financial troubles and occasional legal disputes, Cage remained a dedicated actor. His resilience during these challenging times reflected his unyielding passion for storytelling and his refusal to conform to Hollywood's expectations. Career Renaissance. Nicolas Cage's career renaissance is one of the most fascinating chapters in his journey as an actor. After facing financial difficulties in the late 2000s, Cage took on a significant number of roles in smaller-budget films, often criticized as direct-to-video projects. While some critics questioned his choices, Cage approached every role with the same intensity and dedication that defined his early career. His work during this period kept him in the spotlight and allowed him to explore unconventional characters and narratives, laying the groundwork for his eventual resurgence in critical acclaim. The turning point came with Mandy, 2018, a surreal revenge thriller that became an instant cult classic. Cage's raw, unrestrained performance as a man seeking vengeance for his partner's death resonated deeply with audiences and critics alike. The film showcased his ability to embody deep emotional pain and explosive rage, cementing his status as a master of genre cinema. The visual and narrative boldness of Mandy appealed to fans of experimental filmmaking, further reinforcing Cage's reputation as a daring performer unafraid to explore the outer limits of his craft. Following Mandy, Cage delivered another transformative performance in Pig, 2021. In a departure from his more bombastic roles, Cage played Rob, a reclusive truffle hunter searching for his stolen pig. The film, which was quiet and meditative, allowed Cage to display vulnerability, restraint, and a profound emotional depth. Critics widely hailed his performance as one of the best of his career, with many noting that Pig proved Cage's versatility and reminded audiences of his ability to ground even the most unconventional narratives in humanity. Legacy and influence. Nicolas Cage's legacy in Hollywood is a testament to his artistic resilience and fearless approach to acting. Over a career spanning more than 4 decades, Cage has built a reputation as one of the most versatile and enigmatic actors in the industry. His ability to oscillate between mainstream blockbusters, experimental indies, and deeply personal projects has made him a true original in a field often defined by convention. Cage's influence extends far beyond his filmography. He has become a cultural icon whose work continues to inspire both seasoned and aspiring actors. His method acting techniques, often pushing the boundaries of physical and emotional commitment, have left an indelible mark on Hollywood. From eating a live cockroach in Vampire's Kiss, 1988, to portraying twin brothers in Adaptation, 2002, Cage's willingness to take risks has set him apart. Younger actors often cite him as a source of inspiration for embracing the unconventional and exploring characters with fearless intensity. Cage's contributions to the art of acting have been recognized with numerous awards, including an Academy Award, a Golden Globe, and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His eclectic career and influence on pop culture have earned him the title of the King of Cult Cinema. Whether remembered for his intense dramatic roles, his action heroics, or his eccentric charm, Nicolas Cage's legacy is one of artistic courage, boundless creativity, and a lifelong dedication to the transformative power of storytelling. He remains a true Hollywood original, one whose influence will resonate for generations to come.